1 second, okay. Waiting.
Okay.
Okay, Roland. We're perfect. So it seems to be that our IT Roland, and we are recording as of now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another SUMO meeting. We have people from all teams, including the mobile team. We thought we were not going to get one, but we have someone. Roland. Great. So Kadir was just telling us that it would be a great idea to include in this meeting things that we've done over the past week, so that we can get some feedback from everyone. Right, Kadir?
Exactly.
Perfect. And Ricky was supposed to say something, but then he lost his voice. I don't know if he's got it back.
Voice?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. So, trying to figure out something here. Okay, let me share my screen and we can just go. So we've been working for not we, mostly Mike Cooper, but he's on PTO today. He's been working on getting the Thunderbird knowledge base migrated into SUMO, and it's probably been since that work week we did an engagement work week. So it's been, I don't know, over a month now that this is taken. So now if you go to support our SUMO, there's the Thunderbird icon, and you can go in, your topics are set, and there's articles for Thunderbird there. Also, you can ask a question about Thunderbird. It used to go to some third-party service, ask or get satisfaction or something. So now we are supporting Thunderbird 100%. There's still some bugs with the localization stuff, but that should be fixed this week. That's Thunderbird. I don't know if Roland, you want to say anything?
Thank you. It was always more work than it turns out to be. We still have, as Ricky said, we still have a few things to sort out, and it's never 100% clean. But I think we're plus 95% at this point.
Yep. Cool. And another cool thing that we landed last week was a new email. It's styled better for when you reply on forums. This is what it used to be, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And
exactly.
Now it looks like this. So before and after.
And this is very cool.
And that landed last week, I believe.
Very nice.
And we've done a bunch of other stuff, fixing all the bugs that we create, but nothing so exciting that I need to show off, I think.
Ricky, I have a suggestion for this part of the meeting. Maybe we could call it Ricky's show.
Ricky's show. I get to show off all the work that I didn't do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you like it? Okay, you can put that Ricky's show.
Yeah, you know, we were always doing this like in the sprint review, usually that we do on Tuesday when we plan the next sprint. But it felt like unfair that I'm the only one who gets to see all of those things all at once. So I thought it would be a really great idea to actually share that with the rest of the team and just make sure that everybody knows what's going on. So
okay,
thank you, Ricky,
perfect.
for actually presenting that.
Yep. So we're going to try to keep it like stuff that users and contributors can actually see on the site, not like back-end crazy bugs, and try to keep it short so you don't get bored.
Okay, perfect. We like that, Ricky. Maybe you can work on the studio setting and the lighting for next time.
I need a new voice and all that, yeah.
No, perfect. Thank you. Thanks a lot for that. Very cool. The UX update. We need to have a lot of UX time. Is there anything to talk about, Kadir? I don't think so, right?
So right now you won't be seeing anything in public, but that's just the preparations. So I can already tell you that a lot of UX updates are going to come in the next few weeks and month. But this is the preparation phase, so nothing public yet, just yet.
So stay tuned. UX updates, perfect. Roundtable. I don't see any items from the community. And Firefox desktop seems to be empty. Is there anyone who has any insight or any idea of what's going on in the desktop world who wants to take over here? Or should we go to Firefox OS?
I mean, I don't think there's anything new or groundbreaking. Just things are moving along. Firefox 28 is on beta with the touch stuff. If you have a Windows 8 touch device, that's coming in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. So, well, I mean, no news is good news. Okay, Rachel, you want to say something?
Yeah, to add to Verity, during Tribe last week, I met with one of the UX designers saying that anything that you guys see in the forums, they'd love to know about the feedback that they're getting during the release of the new touch, especially for Metro. So if you guys have any questions about that, I have a contact and email address that I'm going to collaborate all that stuff for them as the release comes in. Yeah.
Very
Which
Michael.
reminds me, Kadir, probably for Thursday, we need to talk about finishing up the ask a question flow or something, right, for Windows 8?
For Thursday, usually we do.
In the platform meeting, we should talk about what needs to be done to finish as well.
Oh yes, of course.
good.
Okay.
So if anyone has any ideas of what should be there, platform meeting this Thursday featuring Windows 8. Fantastic. Anything else? Otherwise, I would jump to Ralph, who wrote a bunch of juicy updates. Ralph?
You're muted, Rob.
All right, trying to unmute. I was trying to unmute. So yeah, I don't know if some of you may have seen ACE's email, but they are looking for contributors who want to help with the tablet project for Firefox OS. So that's open to employees, to contributors, volunteers around the world, even newbie volunteers that just joined the community. So we're looking for people that are interested in hacking the code, maybe patching the code, also localization, testing of the device also, and product and UX definition. So finding market opportunities or ideas for features and creating roadmaps. And we're looking for people to help out with that. And if there's anybody in the community that's interested in joining this project, helping out with the tablet portion of Firefox OS, then you probably want to get a tablet also. And the good news is that I put it here on the Etherpad. You can apply to try to get a tablet. Now, there's only a limited amount of tablets available, so the sooner you apply, and I think there might be a better chance of getting it than if you wait a long time. So yeah, there's a really cool project coming up.
Great, Ralph. Thanks for bringing this up at the community meeting, because I think it's important. If you're a contributor and you want to help us with Firefox OS, I think it's very cool that you have the chance to do it in all of those different areas. And yes, thank you. And we're definitely going to need your help for providing support. So I think this is a very neat opportunity to get a tablet, right?
Yeah, I think that's awesome. And I actually have a question for you, Ralph. In terms of localization, are you guys looking for specific languages or anything goes? Or you don't know?
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's a good question.
I
that's a good question. I can follow up on ACE's email.
I think that it was pretty much open for everyone, so it wasn't specified, but yeah, probably.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I just don't want there to be.
Yeah, you're right. But I guess that a lot of the communication is pretty open, so we'll see. We'll see how it takes. We can take, but that's a very good point.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very nice. So I know that Hermina, Ibai, and Michelle, who attended MWC, must be very tired and getting back to life after a very intense work week. So I hope to have them next week here to tell us a little bit more about how it went on World Mobile Congress. I think it was very cool. We made it again to the front line, with the 25 smartphones. So that's very cool. looking forward to next week for that. So, Firefox for Android. Seems everything's good, right, Roland?
Yeah.
And Thunderbird. You
Yeah.
probably want to tell us more about Thunderbird. Sorry, go on.
Oh, sorry. This is what happens when you hang around 6-year-olds on the weekend. You start being like them. I teach cross-country skiing to 6-year-olds, and this is the kind of facial expressions they make. Anyways, yes, it's largely 95% migration finished. That bug that I referenced, I think, is mostly fixed. I don't know. I know Michael's on Mythmon. Michael Cooper is away today, so maybe he can look at it tomorrow. We haven't. I forgot about this article because, of course, you forget all the exceptions. There is a French-only IMAP article that's not in English because it only applies to French email providers. I will file a bug, and hopefully Michael or Ricky's team can look at it, and if they decide to do it, great. If not, I suppose we can manually figure a way around this. As far as that goes, as far as any other issues go, I don't think there are any other issues at this point. But of course, let me know if there is. And then that brings us to Joni will do a content audit in Q2, I think, assuming that actually pans out for her schedule. Not to, but she hinted that she might have some time next quarter to look at it. Thunderbird content hasn't had a serious audit in far too long, so that will be in Q2, hopefully.
Perfect.
Roland,
that sounds great.
Question about that French article.
Yes.
Is there supposed to be an English version of it?
No, there's not supposed to be an English version, and I don't even know if we can do that in SUMO. I don't even know how we did it in SUMO.
SUMO supports a non-English parent version, right, Kadir?
No, as far as I know, no.
We talked about this, Kadir and Michael. I don't remember what the conclusion was.
I thought you could create an article and it doesn't have to have a...
Guys, I think this might be
Yes, you can do that, but you can't localize a French article. So you would have to create an English version.
Right. But it's fine if it's only for French locale, then there's no issue.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I misunderstood. Yes, in that case, there is no... Yeah.
All right. Well, Kadir, Michael, and I will talk about this offline. But yeah, I have all the pointers in this Etherpad 353 that I'm linking to here. And I will put a link to the Etherpad about what I found so far in for content audit next quarter. I've already started it. See, ahead of the game.
Very good. Very good. Well, perfect. Thanks, Roland, and thanks for everyone who has been helping with the Thunderbird migration. We saw some changes in the metrics, but I guess that everyone knows that it comes with a new product, and since we're moving to the top 100 goal, this will not, be such a big deal for if we ever decide to put an existing product to our KB. So that's great.
Yeah, and I'm trying to migrate the Get Satisfaction people over with a meeting this week, but it's kind of hard to schedule a meeting that works for Pennsylvania, Pacific, and Australian time, but we're trying.
Yeah, maybe we flatten the world.
We should all be in UTC, or what was that? Swatch Beat Time in the 1980s. I'll meet you at 3 beats, or whatever it was.
I actually still remember that.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Roland. So moving to metrics, I'm gonna have to do a little bragging here. I'm very happy to see that the localization metric, that the number of localizers is higher than at the launch of Firefox 4, and it's coming closer to the after summit peak that we had. So I just wanted to say that everyone who's localizing, thank you. There's a lot of activity. There's a lot of locales that are very active, and I'm just very, very happy to see all that activity. I have to say though that activity always rises when we give them more work. So as soon as they get more notifications telling them, oh, new articles to do, people start getting more active. Nevertheless, it's wonderful to see that although we have so many things to do, people are still so engaged and motivated. So thank you, everyone, doing this. I actually have some more metrics that aren't on the KPI. But I have a rough idea of how many people are very engaged, and right now we have around 50 people who are doing like 5 or more edits a month. And for instance, for last week we have 20 people who were doing like more than 5 edits a week, which is actually it's a great number. So there's a lot of people who are very engaged. We have around 10 to 15 people starting each week. So it looks like it's going well. So I just wanted to say thank everyone. And yeah, sorry for the bragging, but it's bragging for the localizers.
Don't be sorry, be happy.
Yeah, I'm actually very happy. I think that, for instance, I should mention like Army of Awesome is on an all-time high. We should also put it here.
Yeah, it's also a bit crazy right now, so I'm not sure.
Is it a problem or?
Yeah, we still have a lot of enthusiastic people who do not really understand the concept of Army of Awesome, in the sense that being very excited about doing more, they basically do too much and have the tendency to spam people rather than offer them help.
So we have to do more but do better.
Do more but do better in terms of quality and actually read the tweets we're replying to. So we're working on fixing that. So yeah, for now I wouldn't be too braggy about the numbers. I would rather have less participation in terms of tweeting, but more quality in terms of what we're tweeting about.
Okay, that sounds good. It would be great. I mean, maybe this is a crazy idea, but if there was a way of measuring a little bit more the quality of the tweets so that you have a better idea, Madlina, maybe food for thought for the people here around, Kadir, Michael, Ricky, you guys, if you can, maybe give it 2 or 3 thoughts. How can we measure quality in Army of Awesome?
Yeah.
That could help. Or anyone, contributors, if anyone has an idea of how to do that, let us know so that we can have an eye on things. But yeah, still, anyways, it's great to see that Army of Awesome is doing well, but we can do that. Perfect. So I have here in community, Roland, you want to say something?
Yes, if I can find a time to meet with Jan about Sumo Buddy program badges, then that's what will happen. And then hopefully we'll get some buddies we can award badges to, and mentors, or trainees and mentors. Are we still calling them that?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That's it.
Very cool.
So that's nice, right? Get some new badges.
Yeah. For the people who don't know, Jan is he's a very active, he's an active contributor, and he's an awesome designer, so we'll be trying to, lure him into helping us look prettier, right?
Yep.
And it will be awesome.
Perfect. Very good. So how about the knowledge base, Michael?
Muted. Yeah. Again, still working on articles, and we took a break. Joni wrote and rewrote articles for Firefox 28 last week, and these are now ready to go. There's 2 of them, and we'll send some notes to localizers. But and this week we're getting back on the Firefox 29 train. More stuff to get ready for Firefox 29.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good. User education, Michael.
Yep,
Again,
so
the good red. This is a very unique color you have today on your Etherpad.
So if you guys are familiar with, so for Firefox 29, we've built this tour for updating users. So when you open up Firefox and it's been updated and it looks different, and the Firefox button is gone and you've got this menu over here, there's this tour that you can take. And so we launched a version of it when 29 was on Aurora, and we're getting ready to, we're getting a new version of it, slightly different content, different words, a little bit different pictures for beta. And we'll be measuring it. But so far, the feedback on it is really good. Most people who take the tour like Firefox better. They rate it higher after having taken the tour. Their words that they use, they feel better about Firefox, and they say it answered most of their questions. So we'll keep. We're gonna do another version in beta, and we'll probably make a few changes after that to have it ready for the release. We're also working on a version of this that will be for people who newly install Firefox. That one will be something that will be used every single day, but we're aiming to launch it also with Firefox 29 because all the technology works with Firefox 29. If we rushed it out for 28, that would be difficult, and then we'd have to switch it all for 29. So hopefully 29 and newer, then there'll be these new tours for new users. Explain what's cool about Firefox, how to use it.
Very cool, very cool. Well, I'm very happy to see that users feel so well about it, Michael. This proves once again that it's very important work that you're doing there. So kudos.
Thanks.
Very cool. So let's move on to localization. So I just wanted to update everyone that we have the goal of getting ready to have to push for the top 100 articles in the biggest locales, and we're getting ready on the tool side. So we have the progress bar that's coming. We're going to introduce a graphic. And one thing that I figure out is that actually we talk about the top 100 articles, but when we display the articles, we have the top 100 for the last 30 days, the last 7 days, the last 90 days, and of all time. So that actually gives you 4 different lists of top 100 articles, and that's kind of a problem if we're trying to focus on something. So this is what we're going to do. I filed a bug, and we're actually tracking the top 20 based on the top 20 articles based on the last 30 days. So I think that we'll probably going to base the top 100 articles on the last days. And so that contributors aren't, confused about which are the real top 100 articles. I discussed a little bit with Ricky, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna display by default those articles and name them like the top 100 articles, and we're gonna leave the other options, for people to see if they're interested in. But actually, we're just gonna hide them a little bit so that everyone knows which are the real top 100 articles. So that's something that I wanted to update the group on. And yeah, so I'm very happy to see that we're shifting a little, we're tweaking the tools here and there so that it's easier for localizers and for everyone to track that. So that's gonna do. Okay, I wanted to use today's meeting to send special kudos and special congratulations to the Czech community. So we've been focusing a lot on big locales or on locales that are launching Firefox OS here. But there's locales, like the Russian locale, which I've mentioned before, and now the Czech locale, who are doing an amazing job all the time. And so I wanted to take today the time to just recognize the wonderful job that they're doing, especially Pavel and Suset. Thank you so much. You both have been with SUMO, I think Pavel 4 years, Suset for 3 years. And you put an incredible amount of work and energy, and I think this locale is very up to date. So I just want to take this chance to recognize you and tell you, SUMO couldn't exist without contributors like you. So thank you very much, and yeah, I really look forward to continuing working with you and to have you at SUMO. So that's it. That's my little love letter today. And on other updates, I told you that we're going to do a Australian sprint. So since French and German needed a little bit of help, although French is getting very good back on its feet, we're going to organize 2 sprints. And you can see on the reps page already the events page. So if you're interested to know when, where, how, who, just go click there. Organizing the French one is Michael Kohler from Germany. He's super cool, and Kadir is going to attend it because it's anyways a sprint, so Kadir was going to attend it. And for the French sprint, Claire very, very, very kindly stepped up, and she's organizing a huge sprint. So we were going to do a little SUMO thing, and now she's organizing like a more general localization sprint, and got things ready in like no time. So thanks a lot, Claire. And since Kadir has all the knowledge for the tools, he offered to help there too. So Kadir will probably also attend the French one and help people with the tools and everything. So that's how it looked like. That's it for LTN. So how about help desk? Patrick, did we lose Patrick? Yeah, probably because we're a little bit behind schedule. So Rachel, you want to say something?
So the help desk, we are, the discussion around different, there are a lot of different discussions going on. One that's been lingering for a while that we're working on is the escalation guidelines. We had a draft put up last week, and we had some great feedback from everybody who was participating in those guidelines, and we have a lot of stuff to continue working on. So that is where the link is for the current discussion. The Etherpad has there's a general format, and then everyone's commenting on each of the different portions and what should be added, taken away, and details there. And in the support forum, that's it for help desk. Do you want me to?
Yeah, and then the support forum. I think Madlina, you want to take it over?
So yes, so we have Thunderbird questions in the support forum in case you didn't realize that yet. And we already have a few people who transitioned from the old Thunderbird support platform to SUMO answering that. So thanks guys for joining us and welcome to the great SUMO community. I hope there'll be more joining us soon because we need all the help we can get. And I have looked a bit at metrics. We have a slight drop in overall answers, around 89% answer rate in 24 hours. We're still okay in 72 hours, 96%. That's due to new products being added, so that's okay. No need to, there's no panic. I think that will grow slowly once everybody gets onboarded and gets used to the new platform and start answering questions. So what I recommend everybody, if you're interested, there's a link that I put in the Etherpad where you can check metrics. They are now separated by product, so we can actually see how we're doing on the different product forms that we have. And I'll report on these starting next week, just to have a reality check on how we're doing where and where is it that we need to work on. For now, of course, Firefox is still leading the way. We have most questions answered. Firefox for Android is doing great as well. Firefox OS, it's around 90%, I think. Thunderbird was just added, it's new, so we'll see how that evolves. So anyway, check that link. You can check the metrics there, and we'll see how we're doing from now on. And yeah, that's it for the support one.
Very good. Very. So I'm sorry. We're running late, and I'm sorry that you had to rush through your report. Anyway, anyone wants to add anything there? Otherwise, let's go quickly to the contributors of the week, and let's call this a day because I think we're a little bit too late. 1, 2, 3. Contributors of the week. So please go on. Who nominated Tones? Please step up. Roland and Ideato. Okay, so
that was Ideato, and I second the nomination. Thank you.
Oh, Darth Vader came from outer space. Okay, so Tones for localizing all Thunderbird articles in Dutch so soon. Just awesome. Yeah, I have to say, as usual, Tones, I know you don't like too much public recognition, but that's how it is when you're awesome.
That will be the last recognition.
Right. I think like Katharine Hepburn was like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe he needs an award of his own. True. Chameleon for checking out the French Thunderbird content, Roland. That's yours?
Yeah, Vincent doesn't have much time these days. I guess his real name is Vincent. I don't know. The user ID is Leon. And he doesn't have much time. It's him take time to come back. So very much appreciated.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So I wanted to just, I already talked about it. Pavel and Suzette from the Czech localization, you rock, and Claire for stepping up and organizing the alternate in Paris. Fantastic. I see there's no decision or action items. Maybe to rename to Ricky's show the product update, right? I think that's the only action item. Oh, and Kadir, Michael, and Roland to follow up on the French article discussion at the platform meeting, right?
Yeah, hopefully we'll fix it by then.
Okay, perfect. Everyone, have a great week, and so sorry that we're a little late today. We had some technical issues. Have a great week.
And thanks.
Bye.
Ciao, cheers.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.